Greetings, one and all. I've been hearing a lot over the years, people that don't believe in God making the claim that all religions are created equally. Uh, some have said if you know why you don't believe in all these other gods, then you'll know why I don't believe in Jesus Christ. Things like that. So the idea is to um, well, if you think of it like the incredulity dial, you turn it way down when you're examining your own uh, faith, your own views, and way up when you're examining other people. Um, and John Loftus has the outsider test uh, for authenticity, which is along the same lines of this. Well, I think this is a fallacious line of reasoning. Excuse me. Um, Misunderstanding the law of excluded middle and/or the law of non-contradiction, where you say that because all these other views that I disagree with don't have a lot of evidence, I should apply that to my own view as well. And to kind of explain how that is so, if we have a number of different views that are a number of different religious views that are conflicting with one another, any one of them contradicts any of the other ones, then we know that they can't all be true, but that does not necessarily mean that they must all be false. So if we broaden our uh, focus from just looking at religion to looking at more general worldviews, um, any possible view that anyone could hold, uh, they can't all be true because they contradict one another. But we can't say that they all must be false uh, if every possibility is included in the list. So if you take atheism as a positive view, strong agnosticism, and any possible religion that anybody could ever come up with, somebody has to be right because all of the positions are exhausted. Um, so I think that this shows a couple of things. First, that because all these other views are known to be false, that we can't say that they are all false. It could be that we really do have the truth. If I myself was a Christian, perhaps you are an atheist, uh, one of us might actually be right. Um, so we can't fall into this fallacy of looking at 100 different views and they're all wrong, and then assuming that automatically the 101st one is definitely going to be false. So that's the first thing it shows us. The second thing is kind of an implication of that. We have to look at worldviews on a case-by-case basis. We can't just lump them all in together and say they're all of the same merit or the same lack of merit. We have to look at each one individually. Um, and when we do that, uh, at least for myself, uh, while I do see certain reasons to embrace various views that I don't in fact embrace, I see some reason to embrace views that I disagree with. Uh, it's not compelling, um, and I think that without wanting to sound smug or quaint or arrogant even, I would say that it really does seem to me that Christianity alone uh, is unique um, amongst various worldviews. Now we're not talking about just religions, we're talking about worldviews. So that this would include atheism, this would include strong agnosticism. Um, the main, um, well, uh, if we think of various religions, it really does seem that some have more to commend them than others. Some of them, Eastern religions, and I haven't really looked into them enough to be real dogmatic about this, but it seems that the general consensus of people, uh, both inside and outside of Eastern religions, is that it's okay to have self-contradictory teachings. So that we would want, I would want to reject that because it violates the law of non-contradiction. I would want to reject those religions. When we take certain other religions, um, they are seem to be based kind of on a feeling. I feel good about this. Maybe I was raised in this culture. Maybe maybe I prayed and God has told me that this is right. Uh, well, that's not really looking at evidence. Now, there are people in various religions other than Christianity that have apologists which try to give reasons. Um, but I think a lot of if they're just offering reasons for believing in a God, then that's something I could agree with as a Christian. There is a God. We have reason to believe that. Cosmological argument, for example. Um, if if it's some way based upon the Bible and Christianity, but it is not in line with it, normally, as you go through the different things that they say, the adherents say about the Bible and about Christianity, it's based on a misunderstanding of textual criticism, a misunderstanding of the creeds of the church, a misunderstanding of the Holy Trinity, the doctrine of the Holy Trinity. So we couldn't have something that is true that is based on misunderstanding. So yeah, it does seem that when everything that you could possibly take into account within a reasonable amount of a human lifetime, um, giving a fair hearing to different views, it does seem that Christianity, from my perspective, does come out ahead. And again, this may sound quaint or smug or arrogant. I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying that experientially, I know that there are religions which are based on a less epistemically justifiable foundation than Christianity is. We've got history behind us, uh, logic, scripture, uh, science, you name it. Um, it's all encompassed. So I think, yeah. But even if you are not yourself a Christian and you came to a different conclusion than I have about Christianity as being the most epistemically justified of all worldviews, or the most epistemically justifiable, I think that you can agree with the argument I gave earlier that different worldviews have to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis. Uh, if we somehow found that all religions were false, then that would make atheism or strong agnosticism true. But then, by the reasoning of the we're all atheists kind of argument about most gods, we would have to reject atheism as well. Uh, Whereas it's not perhaps a religion per se, it is a worldview, and it is included in our list. So we can't throw all of them out because we throw most of them out. If there's 1,000 different worldviews and the first 999 we examine, we still have to take that thousandth one on its own terms. So that's what I wanted to. That's kind of the main point I'm trying to make. That to say that we're all atheists about most gods. Uh, True atheists are atheists about the Christian God or what have you, uh, for similar justifying reasons. Not so. Um, each religion has to be taken on a case-by-case basis. Each worldview has to be taken on a case-by-case basis to see how it stands up to internal consistency, how it stands up to livability, how it stands up to evidence that epistemically justifies it, and so on and so forth. Well, thank you for watching. I hope to hear your comments, and shalom out.